think on the side of BBL, we see the players playing to the best of their ability and following what they've been doing on the...
Ooh,
okay.
It's Heretics that change it up. I love the Gecko so much.
I absolutely adore it. I think that bringing it back from not seeing it through the entirety of the regular season to now seeing it after Navi, I believe it was Shao, the first one that did it. We're seeing a lot of teams. What do you think it is, Gorilla? What's the strength of Gecko that makes so many teams want to pick it?
I think it's the plant installation. The fact that you can just send Wingman just to go and plant somewhere.
You need to say
my Spanish is not that good. So you can send Wingman to go and plant and then fight the site with it as well. And it's the same with retake, like I was saying. I think the Gecko only enhances, like, you know, that you can molly back yellow, you can molly jail, like all these positions when you're wanting to retake. Exactly.
Yeah, and I love that they've gone back to their champs comp, just plus tickle. And we remember this fondly. But here's the thing, Pansy and Mini. Heretics, they are just one map away of going to their first global event of this year. Let's see if they can take us through.
Well, that is the question for us as well. Is this going to be over in 2, or is there a fight back for BBL? At this point, Mini, how do we feel about the comp change? I mean, it's not massive. Do you think it complements what they were doing even more?
I think the Killjoy is just more efficient on this map. I think there's the turret and the alarm bot is able to cover more space on Icebox, especially towards the middle of the map on defense. So I think that it's better for Heretics as well. The Vice is a little bit more anti-stratable. BBL could come in and know that Vice was going to be used towards the middle of the map, but just trigger it every round. And so the Killjoy is a little bit harder to anti-strat in that way, I think.
One of the most beautiful maps to watch here. If you're a Heretics fan, this has been a highlight, to say the least. The neon looking just unbelievable with Miniboo. But BBL, if there was a time to show your capability, it is now.
So Heretics grouping up, keeping it simple, 5 towards A, but already we see BBL pushing out the space towards B.
Okay.
They're pretty good at doing these flank retakes, but looks like they're going to be flooding in here on B. On A, sorry.
Yeah, he tried to get ahead of it. It was actually Prophet to take the head off of Miniboo. So if they're able to deny Miniboo here, this does change the matter. This is only round 1. BBL wanted to stick around on the side here, turning the flash just perfectly for Yampi. That is beautiful for him. Doing well here, BBL. Trying to draw the players in on the tap of that spike. Boo and Benji going to have to react in some kind. Yeah, they got a stall on this plant, though. Boo's going to have to try and back away a little bit here. Still wants to do a bit of damage if he could, but actually threading the needle going forward. I like this. Boo. Nice try for BBL. 5 alive, and they seem aware.
Yeah, BBL, like we're talking about Heretics and their beautiful Icebox, but BBL are no slouches on Icebox either. What I like from them is their confidence or maturity to leave the A site open sometimes, and if they need it, they can have Yampi sat at that back site with the KO flashes fighting out if they really need it, but sometimes they just let it go.
Yep.
Play for those retakes, play with those pre-flanks.
In-zone flawless to start things off. Yeah, you love to see it. Get fired up early here. And the Heretics gonna just have to go through the motions. Look, we know what Heretics are good at in this map. Now, yes, there have been some adjustments, though, so that could obviously cause some of that prep work from BBL to be maybe not as valuable, but it looks like they've got a game plan in mind from the word go. So sit back and watch the next couple of rounds. I want to see BBL try and keep this clean, though.
Yeah, I was looking for Heretics to do one of their set rounds here, but I'm not sure what they're planning here. Looks like maybe we're going to see Miniboo running under tube, creating a distraction towards B, trying to get up close and personal with the classics at some point.
Yeah, and on the other side, we know who's going to be waiting for it too. So Levin's going to be there, and so is Prophet. So it'll be mostly on their plate. Maybe Magnum if he does lean over that far, but it is go time. So there we go. Miniboo going to try and cut through, draw the eyes away, but Levin's still training towards main. Miniboo trying to cause as much of a distraction, but Levin unfazed by it, unmoved by it. Down to 3 now. Oh, it's just unreal from Levin. Miniboo still being a nuisance, but it feels like he's only going to be a nuisance here. Yes, handled. BBL, make it up to 2.
Yeah, cheeky idea, using the salvos to try and break the turret. The turret didn't get destroyed for some reason, so in future rounds they're going to need to figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't want to think about turrets. They don't go that well for me.
What is that? I don't know the reference.
I had to come back in and cast.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually sorry about that one.
Okay, bonus. What do we have? Full armor coming up, Heretics. I mean, they heard. They were in the receiving end of that that outlaw, so don't blame them for that. But bonus here. Let's see what we get. BBL get a miracle from this, or the Heretics get back on track. This is a necessary round. Denial of removing the turret early.
It's just standard A default here for Heretics, using the salvos early to deny the space, getting up close.
Yeah, keep it unorthodox. That's a little bit of a deeper look, but doesn't see much yet. One of the only EMEA players to really flourish with the Stinger so far.
Not our strong point.
Nope. It's fine. Americans do make it look like a, you know, essentially another rifle. This is enough utility now going through. They should be feeling like someone's trying to make a bit of a play. Now, they've identified Yampi early, about the minute mark.
Yeah, Heretics just been really slow in this round, knowing the implications of losing to the bonus round. It's going to be this A finish, though. Great knife from Yampi.
Yeah, that's lovely. The timing 4 found that. That cheats over at least another player, maybe 2 even.
4 over towards the A site now for BBL. They're ready to fight this with these scrappy guns.
And again, even just be able to keep the turret in place, keep that faith in mind. The flash through the wall is perfect. Babu gonna get Yampi. I guess he was maybe a step behind, so he didn't get caught on the flash, but Sociable gonna try and tuck down and survive. But Miniboo doing what Mini does best. And he, oh my God, wait, Sociable, you serious? Getting 2 from there. I thought 1 was fair game. The second, I don't know how the hell that happened, but Magnum trying to walk this back. This is not gonna be easy. 3 players, but they line up. That makes it much easier. Stall on the spike, though. They need to deal with the back line, and Rien's making that near on impossible. Magnum still going walkabout. Oh, that got so close. And that's a bonus 1. Sorry, a bonus nearly 1. As Heretics only make it out with 1 player left alive.
Yeah, BBL losing that round, but I'd be happy with that result there.
Yeah.
Lots of economic damage coming through. I do love that slide up Miniboo, that slide up onto the fridge. Fridge? I don't know what people call it. We call it fridge. Not something that many agents can do. Well, it looks so different on the Neon than it does the Jet.
Yes.
And he always seems to get a kill doing it.
He is a treat to watch here on that.
I think in these later rounds, just the anti-bonus from Heretics, I don't mind the simple approach. I want to see a bit more of an exploration around the map, though, in the later rounds. But looking like a 5A approach here, identifying the weakness from BBL that they like to play off of this A site.
Stanzo, look at the damage that they've done already towards Miniboo, taking him down to 75, forcing him away. So they've stalled out that first wave of approach.
It's a chess game right now. BBL no.
Tried to steady the aim for the second, but it wasn't to be. But already a nice little 1-for-1 here. They've fought out at least for the front of the site. I don't think they can really gather the back unless they swing perfectly in unison. Woot taking a lot of damage here. Desperate to try and deal with the players by Dice, but BBL holding the line so well. Okay, BBL. Yeah, I feel like we might actually have a game here.
Yeah, the chess match is coming in. Heretics identified from their preparation that BBL like to play off of that A site, play more for retakes and have that flank coming in. BBL changing up the style, keeping 1 deep on B. We keep seeing a push on B, and then 4 people stacked on the back of that A site, just ready to brawl Heretics every time.
This is that early testing period almost, both kind of getting a feel for each other, figuring out what's going on. And obviously the A-Site simulator carrying on here, but maybe this time we do get a bit of variety, as we do see Sheriff's out.
I think I would like to see a timeout there from Heretics.
You'd have hit the button.
just said what I just said.
I said what I said.
Just said, like Weber and Neil, they're smart enough to say what I just said. If they did it, I would prefer it on this round right now when the ecos, so that, you know, if they take it next round, it's a little bit too close, if you know what I mean. That information,
kind of like
yeah, the other team's going to be thinking about this gun round.
Oh dear, it's not pretty for Yampi there. And yeah, it's a judge recovered, but it is a player taken down. So it does add a little bit of worry to my mind, especially in the hands of Miniboo. I mean, let's have a look here. We know that there's a second string to this boat, and that being Profek, and he's been very solid. And he's actually got support from Sociable now, so it's not an unmanned site. Heretics aren't going to have an easy time now.
The Yampi judge always puts a smile on my face.
Why is that?
Just the Sliggy Piggy judge skin.
Yeah, it's cute. Now BBL's patience is going to be tested, their resolve, and it's brilliant. I don't know if he caught it just a second before. I think Profek just knows his lines. Taking away boot. Now Profek, still farming. God damn, this guy is clean. Benji, I don't think you're going to get much more here. 1 HP in a dream. Oh! A flying Magnum will do the job. Woot, 1v3. Not going to be going so good here. Singed and put down. Profek very clean after a bit of a shaky start.
Yeah, just the eco there for Heretics, but it's nice to see the aim display there. It's just a bit of confidence building, knowing how good you are sometimes in these rounds. That translates over to the gun rounds.
It's certainly not an easy role playing on that site there, and it is now the Heretics timeout. So, a little bit later, and obviously giving BBL the opportunity to have a talk during this time, but as you said, you'd have preferred it a little bit earlier. Yeah,
but the problem now is that the ults are coming online, and it's a completely different discussion. You kind of got to go into the discussion saying that BBL changed their preparation, and then park that to one side, and then say, but there's some ults on the table. How are we going to deal with that?
Yeah, if you're talking about the ults as well, for BBL they do have Profek, so the Viper ult is there. Very, very important. Magnums as well, so some key ones already in place and only one away from Sociables. On the other side, Miniboo does have his, Rienz has got his, 2 away from Boo's and Benji's, and actually 1 off from Woot. So yeah, the
next few rounds are going to get messy.
Yes, so I do wonder how they're going to divide this conversation for Heretics and where they want to put their focus, because this initial 5 rounds has been waving that BBL banner. And I wouldn't put it past Heretics from being able to adapt. I think that's one of their strong suits here. They don't ever feel like they're completely out of the series, but they do need a reaction now, because this is certainly not going the way they expected.
No, absolutely. And it can't just be all off the back of a Rienz clutch. I want to see it from adaptation, strategy.
So you're putting on Weber and Niels?
Yeah, it's going to be all Weber and Niels' fault if they start losing this one.
Okay, Weber, Niels, don't be rubbish. Cool. Well, let's see. I want your judgment afterwards. Do you approve of whatever the adjustment may be? But now it looks somewhat like what we've seen before.
Looks like Icebox. 4 towards A.
Yeah, rinse and repeat. Pace change though. Earlier control built towards on the backside of site here.
Heretics may be identifying that the Killjoy ult often used as a retake setup for BBL, and they would be right to do so.
Timing becomes the question.
Rien's probably going to use this Gecko ult to get into the site. See if Levin can catch the timing here.
He's looking for it. Have to steady himself. Drones there. Steady steps towards the site, and there's the lockdown.
That's early. I'm not sure what's triggered that.
Well, the ult's going to be used to deny it, and Levin's gone down. So back site now under the Heretics banner. They've controlled this well, and the spike planted. They've got time on their side. And this post-plant becomes difficult. They've got a lot of utility to layer onto this. Miniboo just going to try and hold on and do as much damage as he possibly can. Kind of let off the leash almost. Chomping at the bit as Rien's actually going to send in the ult, and Miniboo swings off it. There's a lot of players here, but the flash is fantastic! Miniboo blind to the world. 4v4, but can they dissuade this back line? So much stall on the spike. They would need to get deep and get deep fast. Rienz isn't even allowing it. You can't get past go at this point. Rien's impact alone is outstanding. As the spike feels impossible. Got to half, yes, but to deny the final 3, I don't think it's happening. It's not. If Heretics get that spike down, they get into that post plant, there's so much utility, Mini.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. There's too much. Killjoy, Gecko, Viper, and Teo all providing value. Something I missed there is that one off of the Teo ult meant that there's a complete counter there for Magnum's ult. So playing that retake setup doesn't do anything at all. The Teo ult comes in, easy post plant there for Heretics.
So Weber and Niels off the hook for now.
Off the hook for now, yeah.
Good stuff.
But I'm a bit stupid too, so,
well,
you know.
I wasn't going to say it. But Boo and Benji now 1 away from their ults. We're looking at the cycle coming in. 11 1 away. 2 still sat with BBL. We did obviously see Magnum's invested just last round. This is different.
Oh, he just moved just slightly off. And it messed with his aim.
It felt like he got too much pressure from the spam coming in, maybe feeling he'd gotten seen or something. He looked uncomfortable there, but if he'd stuck to it, probably would have had his man in the form of Miniboo. And with all of this control, they can stack bodies towards this A site, but now down a man. This makes it incredibly difficult.
Proactivity again from BBL.
Yeah, but look at
drone
Benji.
and flash potentially.
Oh, the angle's so nice. Yambi tried to kind of find some unison with that, but he couldn't do it as Rien's already denies him. Trying to play up close here. Magnum's in a lot of trouble. Does get away with his life though, but trying to keep some control here towards May's side. Sociable now spotted. They should have a decent read, but they don't expect Magnum to just go striding back in. Brilliant understanding of the tempo coming through, but Miniboo still alive, and Miniboo being dangerous. You gotta pay attention. 38 seconds. What does he do with this? Spike down. Miniboo left alone. And he wants his man, he wants Sociable, he wants to find where Profek is as well, but time is not on his side. And has he let it slip here? A fair fight found and a body dropped. Miniboo looking for heroics with 5 bullets to play with, and Sociable under pressure. Sociable chooses correct on the coin toss, and he gets the defuse.
Great attempt from Miniboo, but that round was all down to Magnum. Coming in as the sub for Chiwa. Some fans had their doubts.
I had doubts. I think a lot of us did.
I had some, but I think he's the perfect substitute for this team. I don't know what the position is now, but he's been fantastic this split.
And
he might be playing the best Valorant of his career right now.
I tend to agree, and this map was always a great map for him too, especially on that Killjoy. Those lurks were always filthy.
I can't believe I forgot about that.
Yep. Every now and then, I do remember something. It's surprising to everyone involved. But BBL now getting a lot of ults building here, and you've got the buy on the ropes from Heretic. So BBL, look, it ain't pretty, but it's working. But Yampy can't see a thing. Oh, out in no man's land, instantaneous punish. They are losing players so early here now. Miniboo finally quelled, denies his big springboard towards the site. Sociable, I think, is going to be spotted on that. And the lockdown going to force his hand here. Fight forward or fall away. It looks like he wanted to fight. His hand forced Neron in the end, giving Heretic such a strong advantage.
Wonder if Boo is going to invest the Viper ult as well here. If the spike goes down, I imagine it. Lots of ults invested this round for Heretics.
You heard it. Rattling off the voice line. You're looking at 11 to be maybe 1, but hard to make this work. Boo knows his lines as well. So Magnum are removed, and I don't even think they got halfway on that. They didn't. 11. Can you go nuclear? Can you be the one to save the day here? Tries to bounce out of it, keep them on their toes, but time is not on their side. A second attempt and a second wrap around this ult. Sees nothing, looking for a body out of place here. Another! Oh, 11! This is unbelievable! But Benji, now the onus is on you. Now the question is on him! Benji with the answer in the Red Bull clutch.
Incredible back and forth at the end, but it's Heretics with one of those set neon plays. That is the opener into that round. Using the Killjoy ult and the Viper ult to finish it off. Beautiful from Heretics there.
And I love this. We're seeing the best of 2 players here. 11 on one side, that explosive jet, and then Benji clutching up. Classic. Love seeing this between the two, the best of them both. 5-3 now, scoreline getting a little bit closer. Money now broken for BBL. And that timeout seemed to have found some of those solutions for Heretics. But to find repetition is what we look for here.
Heretics just have so many creative plays that in those moments where the economy's not looking so good, they can pull something out. Back down to an anti-eco for Team Heretics. It's going to be a slow round.
Maybe trying to find Yampy, and they've caught him. Just drifting towards yellow. A little lackadaisical about it all. Trying to find opportunities where maybe there aren't any. Profek's been a bit nasty though, so you got to be cautious with him. But is that enough of an opener? Taping down Yampy, is that enough that makes them want to go towards B? It certainly caused fear among BBL. They've put 3 bodies behind it now, leaving just Profek to defend this A site.
They need to take some risk, and they've chosen the wrong site, but they've made the right choice overall, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And you can see the layers to how hard it is to hold this site by yourself. I mean, you've got Miniboo on the hunt. It's impossible. The floor's not lava, but it certainly feels like it, like that. Utility just layered. And speaking of layering, look at this again. This has kind of fallen out of favor now this round. Heretics looking to take that step back closer. 5-4 would be a great scoreline now. Plenty of ults to be played within the next. BBL do any sort of damage here. Any small silver lining to this. And you can see it. You can see the plan from Heretics is clear as day. Deep post plants leave maybe Rien's a little closer, Miniboo a little closer. make it hard for BBL to work back in on. Nice from Levin, but it's small victories now.
Yeah, possible retake there, I'd say, for BBL. Once again, Yampi trying to make plays with the judge. A little bit one-dimensional at this point.
Sliggy fault, I think.
Yeah, Sliggy's fault. That was Sliggy's fault, I think.
That's a Sliggy round right there. I think Team Liquid run that one time. Wide swing.
Obsessed with the judge.
Yeah. Really flawed mentality.
Yeah.
Probably why he's not a coach anymore. 5-4 though. This is a big round. We got ults. We've got Magnum one off. Yampi's got his. The rest are pretty far away for BBL. On the other side for Heretics, Miniboo's got theirs. Rien's as well. So look to see what they can achieve here if they need it. And similar scenes, this feels repetitive, but it is Icebox, so no surprises there.
Yeah, when the middle of the map isn't that important on this map, extremities are going to be explored a lot more. 4 on A once again for Heretics. BBL coming over again with 4 themselves.
Oh, yeah! Find a pocket to work from, but here comes the ult. And Miniboo's found Profek, you can see it. It's just so well constructed. Dealt with by Magnum though.
Now gets his ult.
And he does have the reactionary lockdown. So this will keep them in heal here. Woot's salvo's already gone, we saw it earlier, so no opportunity to do much. And Yampi is now going to have to scurry back towards B, leaving Levin to control towards middle. They've stalled them out, but it's still 50 seconds.
Levin's done well to hold the angle there. Knows that it's likely going to be this A finish. Yampi just confirming it with that knife. 3 on A for BBL.
Magnum's been solid from this angle. His timing's been fantastic. He's going to hear these steps though, but go barrel seen. Okay, holds for just a little longer, but he knows that his time has gone. Looking to go on Levin to pick up the pace. Beautiful correction towards Rien's, but a great trade from Woot. Steps towards the site now, hard fought, 420 seconds, 3v3. This ain't easy now. Heretics not feeling safe about this, and Magnum chomping at the bit. Oh, it's gorgeous from him. Lovely little back and forth and sociable. Does he get the timing right? Oh, Heretics. Just finding some safety and security at the end then. It felt like on a knife's edge there.
Yeah, Icebox is all about scaling and knowing how to just scale together. And Heretics doing a wonderful job scaling in, getting those trades, understanding when to take deep site control and when not to.
It feels like there's not ever like an easy answer to that, right? That scaling just feels so fundamentally solid here. For Heretics, with the utility they have, the layers to it, and just kind of knowing what to do with it. Even though they got close, you can still see what they're trying to achieve. So I'm wondering what BBL try and do as a reaction, right? Because we've got a couple more rounds to play with.
Nice, Benji.
So what is the game plan now? If you're in BBL's shoes here, 5-5, close half here, hard to handle, you're on a broken purchase, but is there something in your mind that you'd like to see them attempt?
I like what they've been doing so far overall. I think we got to remember that Icebox, in my opinion, is more of an attack-sided map.
Fair
5 already on the defense, 5-5 is looking like a decent half already
Yeah.
for BBL. So I've not disliked what they've been doing. Maybe they could explore those flank options a little bit more. We saw them pushing up B early, but never quite committing.
Yep.
Playing more of a flood style on that A side of the map. They need to disrupt that post-plant utility somehow if the plant is going to go down.
See if that is something that we maybe have in that 12th round potentially. This one?
Yep. Just the eco here.
Yeah.
Just the eco. Levin with a Marshall.
Crowd trying to will on BBL here. Not an easy position to be in though. A hard round to face. It is only Magnum on this side. He is going to be joined by Profek. This utility, it has been on point. Paving the way for Heretics, and Magnum praying for his life. This is a problem. He's got a corner to play from. Profek helping him out there. How much can one man do?
Soon to be 4 though. Oh no.
Okay, still good, still good. Back we go. Oh, not good, not good. Very bad, bad. It's gone bad. Again, you're just witnessing the protocol list though. Yampi's hit a good shot there, but again, it's not like one shot is going to give you everything. A second might help out now. And suddenly it's game back on. They know about Profek on the site though. He's doing the dance with Rien's. Oh, and he's good at it. Benji left in the 1v2. Can he clutch again? He kept them secure before. He kept them in the round before, and Benji on 49 HP. Hasn't got an easy task here. Phantom found for Profek. Evan's still on the backside. Benji looking for someone out of place, but they're not giving him what he wants. As a glance around here, shoulder seen. Evan still holding that same line. 30 seconds. Benji
30
pausing to
seconds
add
left.
that paranoia. Good find. And the spray was right. Just at the wrong time. 20 seconds and 10 HP. Trying to work out this puzzle in front of him. Levin just needs to play calm here. Benji. Oh, he's desperate for someone to make a move. Oh my good God, is this how it goes, Levin? Death from above. The pace save card thrifty to tip the scales back in BBL's favor.
Yeah, and I was just praising Heretics for those deep sight takes, but against the eco, Miniboo overextending there in my opinion, and Rian's looking a little bit nervous with his aim there. Uncharacteristic for him. But it was, yeah. BBL will take that one any day.
Yeah, that's a dream come true. Yampy on the op. Give me some of that.
Judge now op. Most weapons this map.
I love Yampy as an operator. I don't care what anyone says. Give me this every day of the week. Even a wander in middle now. He's active. He's wanting this. Vying for a fight, and the heartbreaking fact is they are actually going B, where he'd been posting up previous to now, but he's holding that midline. The slow build towards the B site is coming through from Heretics.
Yeah, BBL have rotated and matched them once again with numbers. Woot does have this tail ult.
So like a little gap there almost, but I don't think it's particularly playable. But that's a lot of players spotted. They know what's happening now. Oh. My happiness is removed. The Heretics, step by step. Oh my God, you saw it then, like a trap sprung. It was instantaneous. With a man disadvantage, they have a lot of their body still here, BBL. Oh, that's nice, Levin. The aim is on point here. Levin's gone down, but they still have at least a bit of side control. 2 tucked towards yellow, 1 off towards that B-long post plant. In a 3v3. All from side side, though. Woot's got ult. Does he get a chance to use it? Sprays and praise. Benji, the savior of Heretics, not again. Surely, oh, Benji cannot be broken for this round and bringing Heretics back up to 6-6.
He almost won it round before, closing out 6-6 there for Heretics. Good half from BBL though, 6 on defense, not bad.
Yeah, they are keeping this one nice and close. This is what we wanted. If you want Toronto, you gotta fight for it. And we'll be back after the half. So 6-6. Is this what you wanted here? A nice close game, both teams firing up back and forth. I feel like we're getting a great game out of these two.
Yeah, I absolutely want to see the third map, so I'm a little bit biased towards BBL right now.
Okay.
They play a very methodical attack side of Icebox, which might be good against Heretics because they're not going to get caught off guard, I don't think, by those neon set plays that Heretics have. They're going to be very explosive at times with the neon. Miniboo's going to be sliding into spaces, but hopefully BBL know that and could just do their methodical style.
Challenge is there, isn't it? The opportunity is there.
That is dangerous, though. 86% defense win rate for Heretics.
Quite high. It's quite a large number.
That is a big number.
Yeah. Ooh. Already nice early spam there. And it looks like Magnum's very aware, though, of what Heretics might be wanting to achieve from this. Already taken away Woot. Lovely start for him. And again, crediting Magnum on this side, he is pretty lethal. If he's allowed off the leash to kind of play those timings and work himself into the map, I do want to keep an eye towards his performance on here. But a 5v4 though now, and they slow down the tempo.
We can already see that. Oh, Heretics re-clearing Levin.
Yeah, that's nice.
Knowing that methodical style, they're going to be spreading the map a lot more than Heretics, which means there's weaknesses sometimes. Maybe a player off by themselves.
Yeah, though, it kind of gives this display that both teams are very aware of each other and try to work on some of those conditions. For now, BBL taking those steps towards the A site. No surprises. Love Radiohead. Flash gonna come in, and Miniboo go. Oh! Stop it, Miniboo! You're not meant to get two there as Benji shutting down the round. It was all so close and beautiful, but then Miniboo just slides in and takes him away.
Yeah, beautiful flood on A there from Heretics, knowing that that Gecko Flash can just do everything to retake. A Neon sliding in also helps.
God damn. Magnum can't be happy about that. He can't be happy.
Nice, let's go!
We are kind of getting the openers and closers right now for Heretics. You got the openers in the form of like Miniboo getting so much impact, and then you got Benji shutting down rounds. Scares me. Really does scare me. But as it stands, BBL will have to suffer through this round. Sheriffs and odds and ends.
Just a couple of Sheriffs from BBL. Magnum exploring already. What you wanted to see?
Yep. He's found.
He's got a timing. Oh, no he doesn't.
Well, my joy is ruined. Happiness is over, and we're back.
It's Levin's go now.
Fire planted.
Oh, Miniboo's tagging everyone, I think. Oh dear. Well, let's see how we do with 3 classics and 1 sheriff.
Another retake from Heretics. Gonna show their protocols off early in the first 2 rounds.
Clearing a lot of the corners. Oh, it's so simple for them. It's so simple! Levin, valiant attempt, but finding 2 ain't gonna be enough against the 5.
Was that a backwards moonwalk slide through the tube?
It looks like a TikTok reel, you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous.
Those ones where they fake all the kills and it looks beautiful. Miniboo doesn't need it to be fake.
Oh, damn. Okay, bonus round. We saw a little bit of damage in that, so it certainly won't be the most intimidating round in the world, but it's a valuable one for BBL. Needing to get this started for themselves after a bit of a colder start. We're starting to see the strengths of Heretics start quickly here.
This is usually where you'd see Heretics do one of their set rounds, but with the Marshal, just keeping it passive. Fairly standard approach here from Heretics. BBL, knowing Heretics like that early aggression sometimes, going to be methodical and slow. Icebox here. 3 towards A, defaulting out, checking all the close corners. Got the Viper and the Killjoy, just making sure that there's no B or mid push. BBL know how important this round is.
Every step feels so heavy. Right, I'll walk forward here. Heretics.
Oh, cheeky.
Oh! God damn.
You cursed him.
Don't you dare blame.
It's your fault.
Probably that Fnatic team he was in for a while, I'd say. Ruined his confidence.
He went off by himself. He was full of confidence. It's just that Benji shot his head off.
He didn't have faith.
Okay, okay.
But I do believe you're right. That was a bit of a checkmate, and he's had a couple of those now. It feels like, again, when we're talking about how much they were prepared for this, Heretics seem very aware of what BBL would like to be doing. Again, Magnum's been caught twice now trying to do that. We saw Miniboo finding him over towards Kitchen. We've now seen Benji catching him a little bit earlier. Heretics very well prepared.
Awkward plant here. Without the Gecko, they need to get closer up into these sites.
Not getting the shot off, but Boo does. This is the bonus, and they're winning it This could be heartbreak for BBL. This was meant to be the round that they fight back on. But as it stands, it's as clean as anything for Heretics. Upgrades aplenty. And a dreamy start to the second half now. This is looking like they are starting to eye up that Toronto ticket now.
I was giving praise for BBL's methodical style, but again, it's those individuals being caught out. Magnum should know better on an anti-bonus round.
And it's an early timeout now coming in for BBL. I think a necessary one too, because the game is
nice woot.
About to either slip away or be brought back. Because we look at kind of map one, I guess, if you want to look at that as an example. If BBL get the opportunities they need, they work on those win conditions, they have what it takes. We saw a 13-10 map one after a deficit and then just couldn't quite keep up towards the end. Here, 6-6 on the half, and how quickly it's become 6-9.
Yeah, that statistic about Heretics' defense is looming over the rest of this half. 11 is having a game though, 15-9. It could be something they're looking into here.
What do you do? It feels like they haven't quite got the beat on Heretics yet, right? I don't feel we've even gone kind of into those deeper post plants, or nothing's going effectively their way. It's very early. It's still only, what, the pistols and then
it's the frustration of losing to that bonus round, is that you don't have time to... By the time we get to figure it out, there's ults up, and it's a mess.
Oh, good. The stats are...
Oh, God, thank you.
It's not helping.
Captain Cal's really
He's
helping
compounding
things
the
for us.
problems. Not unless, well, if you're a Heretics fan.
Oh, yeah, that's
good.
true.
Life's great.
I just want a third map.
I know. We're just out here wanting more VALORANT, a child game, but we may not get it. Everything indicating that Heretics are steps away now, rounds away. Getting back to they want to be at those internationals, fighting for their place at the table again. BBL left with a broken bye, and their hopes resting a lot on this round.
Yeah, just a couple of Guardians here. Worked for Heretics with Rians on Ascent. Gonna need to make it work here. Drone's gonna see nothing. It's a complete open space, but BBL haven't done anything with it, so Heretics able to retake that space.
Yeah, the question marks just kind of being erased on both sides.
Right there.
Bit of info spotted, but again, we talk about patience, and it looks like BBL is playing very slow.
Big duel on B long.
Those two players there. You can see the line they're trying to take. This is still about to bubble over. Magnum is going to find Riens, but Boo's won out against Levin. So they lost on one side, they won on the other, but the majority of Heretics are still here, and they don't look particularly threatened or moved. The layering this time certainly not to the same caliber we saw on the other side. Good from Profek, but traded in on Yampy, the one with the Sheriff, trying to keep this close. But Heretics trailing ahead now, 10-6. Really punching up the numbers. I've got to see BBL respond now. We have to see if there's any big trump card they have to play. It's got to be now.
I think I want to see them just go into that simple icebox approach that Heretics had. Just group up, scale up together and exec. Even that round, we saw Levin by himself. And then the AX is coming in before Levin's done any work. Like, let Levin work a little bit. Give him that space. And then decide what to do.
This could be the 11th for Heretics or the build back for BBL. How do they want to approach this? Standard as you like. Maybe just going to be cautious that Heretics could throw caution to the wind and pull out something a little bit more aggressive, offset the tempo. For now, not the case.
Once again, Heretics with the Killjoy stab towards the A side of the map. Oscillating between leaving it completely and like re-clearing this space is a very interesting game from Heretics on this defense.
Oh, they wanted to challenge Boo there. In that secondary position, giving up towards Yellow, doesn't want to stick around on his own, but he is getting put into a corner. He will need some help here. Fast rotate from Mini Boo. They've done enough to pull at least one player away, but Boo's pretty secure in his own sight. Now, if Yampy takes him down, it's a totally different scenario. Boo's still here, and they're calling the rotations. They don't know about Boo. This is going to be a horrible surprise. Boo's let them almost pass. He's caught. Massive work from Yampy. That opens up this rotation to not look silly now. Levin searching deeper too. Holds a deeper line. And I think Heretics are aware of that. They gambled on that 4-1 setup. They've got to be heads up about playing this back in. Plant's going to come down as Profek falls. Levin, can you deliver? He does in the way they need. Takes away 2 from that CT side. And now they can reinforce towards the site.
2v4 here. Not much util on the side of Heretics. Going to be a really tough retake to get in here.
The opener and closer, though, the deadly duo themselves. Top of the board, I'm pretty sure, for Heretics, but hard to navigate through. A site still to clear and a deeper post plant. It's not happening! BBL! Stabilize in the key round here. Getting up to 7, but breaking the run from Heretics.
Yeah, this time BBL did go for their methodical B long and A at the same time approach, but this time letting Levin do his thing before executing. Heretics had the wrong read there, stacked forward towards A. Boo completely caught off guard on B.
Big boy ult's coming through now. The stats, again, compounding. But BBL, can you go against the odds? That is a question here. Can you rise to the occasion to pressure Heretics? 1 round's great. You're gonna need more than that now.
Oh. More simple approach here for BBL. Scaling up together. They have the KO ult if they want to use it to get in, but they're noticing the site is weak, so going to keep that for the post plan. On the other side, Heretics have that KO ult to retake.
Pop the ult here for Yampy.
Let's see if those stats go up or down now for Heretics' retake.
Profek shows his hand. Oh, it's lovely. Really controlled from Profek. He does well to buy time and cost them mini boot. Now Rienz does trade, so we're back down to a 4v4. Ult is here for Wu. Where does he place it? Right across the site, forcing the swing from BBL. And now they're still holding the ground, though. It forces them forward. Yampy's always up for the brawl. Bringing it to this 3v2. Boo and Benji now. The timing, not good enough. An eventual late lurk. Magnum. Oh dear, this actually gets really problematic. Benji getting forced away, but he's got half. This causes all that util to be brought on here. Benji trying to make mountains out of molehills. The Sociables utility doing everything they needed. BBL, it got dangerous there. Magnum just a little bit disconnected. It could have been a real problem, but they get away with it.
I thought Magnum had a great timing. It's just that Killjoy turret was in a very unusual position, caught him off guard. But at the end of the day, it's Teo difference right there.
Yeah.
Salvos and the ult needed to secure that post plant.
Oof.
I got so confused that I thought it was Martin lurking from mid.
I love his accent so much. It brings me so much deep joy. We do have the ult coming through from, I think that's Levin popping that. Yeah, indeed, of course. So we wait and see how that one goes through. And we talk about simple in approach. It looks simple, but it looks pacey. And Magnum's been caught again. They are reading him like a book. This simply is not working for him. Trying to find new ways to approach, but again, man advantage up for Heretics. Boo spotted on site. They're going to know Benji's nearby as well. Both bits of info could be key. It is. Levin takes away Boo. And now with the plant down, they've got it back to this 4v4. Oh, that's too far, but he still gets a man. Levin making so much out of what felt like an overstep, but it's back down to a 2v2. Profek has been sharp on his aim, though. Yampy's still alive. Do they know about him? They do now. He's been cleared. Profek called upon. Oh my god, the ult's coming in as well. Profek has to be on his toes here. It's cleared towards mid. He's got the green light, but can he land the shots? The HP is low. Time to be bought here. Viper util on the site, buying time. But Wingman's on the case. He's got to deal with this now. Oh, Woods! The one to take him away. 11-4-4 for Heretics. It got close again.
BBL on that 4v5, making it almost doable. Having to push aggressive on that B site. Magnum once again getting caught out. But it's Levin understanding that he needs to take more space on this site.
Wood,
In the end, Wingman
so
securing
much,
that 2v1 retake.
Now we're looking at the ults here, still in the hands. Benji's got his. Mini Boo's got theirs as well. One away from Boo's. On the other side, a couple of bits to work with, but this is now getting to crunch time. 2 rounds away for Heretics.
I'm out of here.
They've got to keep their composure, though, keep their cool. BBL looking dangerous on this side, finding their footing.
Spike drop.
They've cancelled this stack here.
Yeah, with the retakes looking as good from Heretics as they are, they can gamble as much as they like. Re-clearing B long now for Heretics.
Timing could be good for Yampy if he can give away a little bit of position, you know what I mean? Kind of show a bit, but not fall. That would be fantastic.
That should be enough for BBL to accelerate onto A now.
They got to go. Now, Wu actually took down Levin, but still, the red carpet's rolled out, right? VIP access. Now, it's not Magnum this time on the low.
Sociable.
It's Sociable, and maybe that's a little bit of a misread. Maybe Wu even seeing someone along with the side with Levin, so maybe not thinking that Lurk would have been in play. This time he's going to be cleared, though. Boo goes back and brings it back down to a 3v3, and the ults are here. Look at this. Boo's got his. Benji's got his. What's the answer?
The top site plant, though, is a good position for BBL to play from the belt.
Not up on belt, down below here. Miniboo gonna pop his ult as well. They want this in the bag. They're eyeing it up. Denied on the first. Magnum's gone. Profek still fighting. It's all on Yampy. He knows where the plant is. He's bought a couple of seconds. Oh my
nice.
God, Yampy, you absolute animal. 1v2. Oh, it's huge. And he's still doing the right thing. Yampy, keep your cool. Get back there in time. Can he deny it? Oh! Just stolen. 12 for Heretics now.
Ooh. My heart can't take too much of that.
That was rather close.
Sociable there. He's become the lurker. These lurks have not worked at all for BBL, and we're sending a Teo now to lurk. Imagine if in that post plant they had Salvos.
Let's go! What is he doing? What is he doing?
Can feel it. So close now. 1 round away. Toronto on the line. This is pressure now. BBL gonna feel it too. Miniboo even on the operator here. This is everything.
And a push out from Benji, a new look. He can hear all this information.
Lockdowns in. Levin looking to deny Miniboo. Force them back. Create some security, some space on the site. How far do they go? It looks like they're pushing it. They're pressing the issue, and they're being denied on the first attempt. Miniboo taking damage, tries to go forward. Yampy coming alive. Sociable as well. BBL making them work for this. That road to Toronto is not easy to walk. Rien's now in a 1v3. Levin, Yampy, and Sociable against him. He's got a hard fight. The first man spotted, and he ain't gonna win it. BBL not done yet.
BBL once again looking quite good on that B side of the map. Usually when they finish that, they don't have numbers going in because they're in a 4v5, but maybe that's something they end this half with, pushing into OT.
I mean, the money's broken. Heretics not gonna be able to afford much here.
So let's go, boys.
Ults online for BBL too. If they can save these ults for the next couple of rounds, not have to use them on this anti-eco,
That's a dream.
they have some win conditions.
They do. Miniboo Stinger, light shield, so he might be trying to be still a little bit more involved here. Rien's gonna be calling in the support. A lot of pressure felt early. It's a long rotation here. And for BBL, this looks very likely.
Yeah, site open for them. The flood coming in from Heretics, slide in from Neon.
This is nice. This is really nice. Miniboo and Benji making the best of it. The second it was denied on that spike plant. Oh, Yampy keeps his cool under pressure there. Miniboo gets halted, but still a 3v3. Don't think this isn't impossible. Sociable now going to be brought in. They got to get bodies on this site. Get that plant down, and they've got it. Oh, this is so scary, so sketchy. Nice control as Boo dives on in. And it is going to be 2 standing. BBL making up to double digits here. But the ults being utilized, or at least one of the 2 being utilized there.
They'll take it, but it's not ideal. Viper ult still to work with.
One enemy.
Nice!
Looks like a timeout coming in potentially.
Looks like a Heretics one. Want to get across that line. No mistakes now. And for BBL, they can be the ones to make Heretics sweat. Make them work for this. If you want Toronto, work for it. If you want to get it into, prove you can do it. That third map, we want it. But let's see if BBL can give us what we want. Heretics here have the opportunity to close out. 2 more rounds in regulation to play with.
Yeah, they have the Teo ult to play for the retake, but Viper ult on BBL's side, they're not going to want to give that up. Viper ult in post plant is too strong. So I'll be interested to see what Heretics' adaptation is here.
Deep breaths now. 12 to 10.
Looks like a standard defense up here for Heretics. The 3 towards A, Sentinel Viper towards B. Taking a few more duels towards this A side of the map potentially. Stopping BBL from scaling in and getting that plant down. Maybe Neon slide onto Belt, maybe?
Wait, is this aggressive?
Pipes.
Okay, they tried to get a little in their face. We haven't seen Miniboo digging this deep yet.
No.
So we could burn some of that utility up to force him away from this.
As long as Boo has this line on B long, they know that BBL are heavy here with numbers.
You could consider a lurk, you could consider it, but it's not here. Woot's playing a really dangerous game though. They're confident in this, and Miniboo's going! Let off the leash and then put back to bed! BBL trade up here, Rien's gone! Profect swinging up now, this is huge for BBL! They knew there was something afoot, it didn't feel right. And they were absolutely on the money. Plant now in, Boo and Benji. Okay, break down the door on 1. Benji, you still going for more. Oh, he is! 31 HP, he's brought it back to a 2v2. And now we've got to look towards Boo. Where are you in this? Navigating the pit. Having a look. Trying to find anyone lingering in the depths. Benji got caught on the drop down now. Boo on 1 HP. The dream not looking like it's coming alive in this round. Can't find a player. They're not giving him what he wants. Profect! Big impact here. Now 1 more chance in regulation to close out for Heretics. Or we're going OT.
Love that composure from BBL. It looks like they had the perfect read. It's almost like they knew that this play was coming out of Heretics. The tail ult into Neon slide deep doesn't work for Team Heretics. The timeout call fails.
A broken buy for Heretics. The 1 round that could get them there in regulation now. Scrappy at best. What's the plan for BBL? A lifeline given off the back of Profect being marvelous. The change of view.
Drone is down.
Looking over towards B.
Drone going out.
Yeah, Heretics just running between the sites right now. Earlier in this half, that looked like a good sign. Now it's not looking so much.
Magnum back to doing what he does. He's been caught here a couple of times. I need to see him play this right. Woots directly looking his way. They've given up a lot of this B site now. I mean, hard to hold with just that stinger.
Yeah, they're pushing deep here, BBL. Killjoy ult gonna come in. Magnum does get that 1 though.
He doesn't need to do much more than that. He's really caused them an issue. He can fall away from this here. Play the timing, and that's what he's doing. Taking that long road back around towards B long.
Benji's looking to get his Killjoy ult down, but can't find an angle.
Oh, it's looking like OT is on the cards here. Benji and Boo again. Boo, good first step. Takes a little bit of chip on the way, but Benji falling. Leaving just Boo alive in a 1v4. It's OT. It's going the distance now. They're back in the game. Doing better than map 1. Turning up on their choice of map.
Great sign from BBL that they can go behind, pull it back. Ascent almost to OT this time on Icebox.
BBL.
Let's go! Let's go!
What a treat to watch. Resilience in droves from them. Proving they're up to the test. All the pressure was on them and they found what they needed. But OT is a different beast now. Gotta try and keep this building. Heretics back on that attacking side and now BBL on the defense.
No timeouts being used for Zoto OT yet. Simple approach from Heretics. 5A this time it looks like. And BBL rotating with 5 members.
Whatever it is giving away the game. Looking at that mid walk as well from Yampi. On the other side, of course, Benji. But he's pretty deep alone. He's not particularly playing close by. So this is so quiet on the map. It feels so heavily weighted towards this A side. They are playing out of the site, BBL. And now they're going to fight back in. It's this kind of standoff, almost denial on the plot. And now what's the plan, Heretics? Levin! Outrageous! He just goes forward! I can't believe it! But it ain't over! Benji! What in God's name is that?
I need a replay.
Run it
What just happened?
Because it looked like it was on the cards for BBL, and then Benji just goes nuclear.
I love the play from BBL, dodging that drone and flooding in, but somehow Benji once again closing out the round.
The ultimate closer. Show me this magic here. This was when it looked good, right? BBL, brilliant. On it, Benji just up. Oh my God. Yeah. That's the Benji that strikes terror into people's hearts. 12-13 now, one more round for Heretics, but this was the side they couldn't quite close on. Oh, but this time, Boo off to the races. A 1-for-1 trade.
No timeout here from Heretics, using the momentum that they had on attack. Feeling the energy right now.
One suppressed.
Can it be suppressed? Can it be stopped? Can BBL quieten down all of that momentum? 3 players here. Woot still towards yellow.
I do know though, he shot off Benji again.
The final boss, it feels like when the stakes raise, so does his gameplay. Matching it in quality. Leaving just Woot here, still controlling the corner being a problem. And it looks like BBL are starting to really stall out here. They got to make a go of this. 50 seconds, they could change their minds. But with only 3 players, what are the options?
Cooling down. Shutting them down.
They're going back in. Flash through the wall, it's all on this. Survive or die, Rienz tips them forward. Yampi the last to fall as Heretics carry on their road for revenge. Toronto locked in, and they have been merciless in their path.